I think it's about time I did a bit of ranting. Welcome back guys, Mr. Rawlings here. So it's Friday, so I'll do a little bit of a news rant as usual. First up, just want to mention about a company called Vtech. Now they make toys and learning aids for children basically, and some of their stuff has things like cameras and a fun way for kids to take pictures of themselves and all that kind of stuff. And that's totally fine, but I think it was back in November they actually got hacked, and the data that was available was a lot of things like pictures of kids and all that kind of stuff. According to Vtech, who obviously either admitted it because they were told about it or came forward by themselves, not so sure, 6.3 million children's accounts were potentially at breach from this hack, and the data from there could be seen basically. Now, I don't have a kid myself, well, at least I know about, but if you had a kid, I would recommend staying clear of Vtech. Now you might be thinking, well, obviously anything can get hacked and there is always a risk about that, and the response they have is probably going to be a really good one. You'd expect their response would have something like, we're really sorry about this has happened, hacking is obviously always a problem, but we're going to do our damnedest to ensure that something like this is so unlikely you can have trust in us. We're going to consult the leading cybersecurity specialists of the world. We're going to use the latest industry standards. Every single day we're going to try and make security better and protect your children. And yeah, that would be a good response. That's not what they said. This is mind-blowing. Their response was A, they said that, well, it was a sophisticated attack, so somewhat saying it was like the best hacker in the world managed to do it. It's been proven that wasn't the case. It was a mediocre attack and the stuff was really easily hackable. And they also then, kind of under the radar, just in December changed their terms and conditions. So they didn't ever really apologise properly and give the response you'd think. Instead, in the terms and conditions they just said, all risk lies with the parents. That's effectively what they said. That is terrible. They've not actually said that they're responsible at all. Yes, we know things can be hacked, that's obviously the case, there's always going to be a risk there, but they should be saying, we're doing everything we can to ensure this doesn't happen, again, and we're really sorry it did. Luckily, the UK's data watchdog basically said, we don't care what you put in your terms and conditions, that means shit all. The responsibility is squarely with you, Vtech. So at least, they're on the side of sanity. But the fact that that was their response and it wasn't from the start, we're so sorry, we're going to do everything we can to make this better. If I was you, if I had a kid, I wouldn't be buying them Vtech stuff. Also, Ubisoft have now confirmed there will not be an Assassin's Creed this year. There will actually be a movie, I think it's December 21st, and there's some shots of the movie you can see there. It looks as good as I guess a game turned into movie can. Apparently the story for the movie does have continuity with the game stories, so that's quite good. Personally, I'm not at all unhappy that there's no Assassin's Creed game this year. I think it was time they had a break. I am a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series, and I have played every main title, from the start, completed all of them, with the exception of the last game I didn't complete. Now, I played it for about 3 days, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was as good, or as bad, depending on what you want to think about it, as the previous one. But for some reason, I just didn't finish it. I just put it down and just never went back to it. And I think Ubisoft and the developers have got a similar feeling about their franchise. They're sort of just getting a bit like, I'm not sure I want to work flat out again to make yet another one when there's no real change to it. It's just, it's just bringing them out for no reason. Even the stories haven't been that great. The stories within the games are fine, but the main story arc, it just doesn't really make much sense anymore. I don't know if you know anything about it, but Desmond died and it was the end of the world, but not really. And then it's like just sort of faded away, and it just doesn't feel like, even though there is a story, it doesn't feel like it's been properly thought about. The previous 2 games, I platinum trophied both of them, and the ones before that, I almost platinum trophied like 3 or 4 of them, but due to DLC being needed to play some of it, it didn't happen. But anyway, it shows you the amount I've played them to get platinum trophies for it. And in this one, like I say, I just sort of couldn't be bothered. I don't even know if I'm ever going to go back and complete it. And the thing is, if you ask me why, I don't really know. It just feels like almost like I've run out of steam myself, so I can understand how how Ubisoft would be feeling. They've probably just gone a bit, gone a bit flat about it. So hopefully they're going to redesign some of the game mechanics, come back feeling a little bit fresh. Hopefully they'll fix the story, and there'll be some clear direction of where it's going and what's going to happen next. But we will see. Now, also, really quick note: Hitman Beta is now available if you got PS4 and you pre-ordered it. People are playing it right this second. One for PC comes out in a few days' time, I think the 19th, so about a week's time, something like that. I'm looking forward to Hitman. I did speak about it previously, saying I don't really understand why it's episodic. A bit strange. Will we get sort of bored where you kind of forget about it, waiting for the next one and not go back to it? I don't know. If you've bought the full experience or whatever they're calling it, you probably would play all of them. If you're buying them, at a time, because I think you can get just like the standard first pack or whatever for £10 or something like that. Presumably that's just going to give you access to the beta for PC, the prologue missions and that kind of thing, and not the other DLC which comes later. So if you did it that way, maybe you can give it a go and you can decide if you like it. That makes sense. Now it's going to be sandbox style, so imagine GTA, but you're more of an assassin. Agent 47's at his prime, so expect some awesome skills going on. Apparently you can kind of just go in guns blazing, or you can make an elaborate, intricate series of events to lead to someone getting assassinated quietly or something like that. Don't know how well that would really play out, but there, like I say, people are playing it right now, so you might want to go on YouTube, take a little look at it, and see for yourself. And then just recently released is the trailer for Season 4 of House of Cards. I spoke about that in the previous one. Big fan of House of Cards. If you've not seen it at all, I would recommend watching it if you've got Netflix. You may even want to watch the original British or English, whichever you want to call it, version, which is about becoming the Prime Minister, which this one's based on. They're both great, but the new Netflix one obviously has got the dazzle and the budget and that kind of thing. If you're planning on watching it, you might not want to watch this trailer because you might want to catch up with what's going on. But either way, I thought we'd take a little look at it together. You might want to skip ahead, might want to watch it, might want to run away. I can't make these decisions for you guys, okay? So here it is, House of Cards Season 4 trailer. Play! Oh, it's clear.
You have no idea what it means to have nothing. You don't value what we have achieved. I have had to fight for everything my entire life.
Oh, some sort of rivalry is there now.
I saw a future. Our future.
We had a future until you started destroying it.
Oh dear, oh dear. Whoa. Well, there you go. Looks like more of the same, as you'd expect. Scandal, sex, probably murder, fights, and all that kind of stuff going on. It's a gripping show, though a little bit unbelievable. There are bits you probably think, oh, I wonder if that sort of stuff, probably does go on. So yeah, March 4th, all 13 episodes will come out instantly on Netflix, so you can just binge watch all of them if you like. I think I may well do that. Just put them on, just go all the way through. Just go hardcore, man. So that'll do it for this week, guys. If you like that, please click like, click subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, don't go around assassinating too many people, okay? Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.